Isaiah 41:10 KJV, Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. 10 is one of the most comforting and powerful promises in all of Scripture. In this single verse, God speaks directly to the fears, anxieties, and uncertainties that people face, not only in ancient Israel, but in our world today. It reads almost like a conversation from heaven to a worried heart. The verse begins with a command, "Fear thou not." God knows that fear is one of humanity's most common struggles. People fear the future, financial problems, sickness, rejection, loneliness, and loss. The world today constantly feeds those fears through news, social media, and uncertainty about what tomorrow might bring. Yet God does not begin with an explanation or a lecture. He simply says, "Do not fear." But notice something important. God never tells us to stop fearing without giving a reason. He immediately follows with the reason, "For I am with thee." The cure for fear is the presence of God. When you know that the Creator of heaven and earth is with you, the circumstances around you begin to lose their power. Your problems may still exist, but they are no longer bigger than the one standing beside you. Today, many people feel alone even while surrounded by others. Technology connects us constantly, yet loneliness has never been more common. Isaiah 41:10 reminds us that believers are never truly alone. God is present in the quiet moments, the painful seasons, and the uncertain decisions. Next, God says, "Be not dismayed, for I am thy God." To be dismayed means to be overwhelmed, discouraged, or mentally shaken. Life has a way of doing that. A sudden diagnosis, a broken relationship, financial stress, or the loss of someone you love can shake a person deeply. God responds by reminding us of something deeply personal. I am thy God. Not just a God, not just the God, your God. This is covenant language. It speaks of relationship, belonging, and care. The same God who created galaxies also takes personal responsibility for those who trust him. Then the verse gives 5 incredible promises that follow one after another like waves of reassurance. First, God says, "I will strengthen thee." Strength is something we often realize we lack when life becomes difficult. Emotional exhaustion, spiritual discouragement, and physical weariness can leave us feeling empty. God promises that his strength will replace our weakness. It does not mean life becomes easy. It means we are no longer relying on our own limited power. Second, I will help thee. This is wonderfully simple. God does not stand far away giving instructions from a distance. He steps into our struggle and helps. Sometimes that help comes through wisdom, sometimes through peace, sometimes through unexpected provision, and often through other people placed in our lives at exactly the right moment. Third, I will uphold thee. To uphold means to hold someone steady so they do not fall. Many people today feel like they are barely holding life together. The pressures of work, family responsibilities, emotional burdens, and spiritual battles can feel overwhelming. God promises that when we feel like we cannot stand, he will hold us up. Finally, he says he will do this with the right hand of my righteousness. In Scripture, the right hand represents power, authority, and victory. God is saying that the same righteous power that governs the universe is the power holding his people secure. His support is not temporary or fragile. It is steady, just, and unbreakable. What makes this verse so relevant today is that fear has not changed much since Isaiah's time. The names of the problems may change: economic uncertainty, political tension, global crises, personal struggles, but the human heart still battles the same emotions. God's answer has not changed either. His presence, his relationship, his strength, his help, and his sustaining power. When you read Isaiah 41:10, it is not just ancient poetry. It is a present promise. It speaks into hospital rooms, lonely apartments, stressful workplaces, family conflicts, and quiet moments when anxiety tries to take over your thoughts. God is saying, you are not alone. You do not have to face life by yourself, and the one who holds the universe together is holding you. That is a promise strong enough for any generation. If this resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more.